I need to actually do this anyway, because you have to move that lamp. Because I want this to be fed by excess tar. I want to make sure that the tar that's down here is always being used. Gotta make sure that it's always being used. And yeah, just do voiding out in this direction. Voiding of excess. Huzzah! We did the thing. It moves. In the proper direction. Why the hell does this need to use plastic? Ugh. After all that, it's like, why the heck does that... Oh, speaking of... FB reactor for this, I think. I can officially make plastic, by the way. It's like syngas plus aromatics equals plastic. So let's do the thing. That's not what I meant. Oh, I guess it's not this. I'll need them anyway, but plastic. Oh, it was methanol. Methanol reactor? Bio factory. Right. Nexelit. Hey, you changed this building. You changed the building on me. You changed it to the biofactory. This used to be not biofactory. Think it was methanol reactor actually. It was not biofactory. Okay, so while we wait for this to tick, this gives 20 per cycle, so while waiting for that to tick, let's hook up this syngas to the chromium production and start making some chromium. And I guess technically I could start working on the collectors for the bio samples because we'll need those too. We're not actually gonna see Vrauk today. That's sad because having to do all this stuff. But we're just keeping with the theme of only doing new stuff on stream. That is what I want to make sure that I do, is only do new things on stream. Don't do new things off screen when they are important new things. Such as all of this. Keep things in line, please. Always make sure things stay lined up where appropriate. There will always be content. Okay, do I bring it over here and then down, or do I just keep going down? I think I just keep going down. We can see all the beautiful and glorious lines of coke that are out here. Lines of coke and coal. Yeah, I guess I'm teasing. Just teasing. Would be nice to actually get to the actual alien life stuff, though, at some point. Well, I guess this is all part of it. So this is technically all part of the new experience in the early game. This is now the process that you need to go through. Yeah, world's longest demo. All of this is going to be required going forward. Oh, you know, just 100 megawatt factory, not even at green science yet. You know, the usual. for Pyanodons. You know, just the usual 100 megawatt factory. So yeah, so 60 per second. Yeah, that's totally 60 per second. I have enough, I think. It's all mining. All glorious stuff mining. Now, I don't have one line here because it's just a lot of buildings. Oh, right, it would help if there was actual hot air. There you go. Have the hot air. And now we've got, technically speaking, yeah, 4.5 chromium per second being produced. Glorious, beautiful chromium. So this changes things by a lot. Because now I can make these. Now I can make tar extractors. That's one step down of many. Each tar extractor is 100 units per second of tar. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have to make the extra copper. I am going to have to make the extra copper, or try to just limit chests to stop this formic acid production. It's not actually needed right now, the formic acid. It's just making a whole bunch of excess, well, ultimately a whole bunch of excess glassware that is just accruing in a chest that's almost fully accrued. Oh hey, more steel! More steel will be required. But yeah, each tar extractor is a 100 units per second addition. So I needed more of this, didn't I? And how's this going? How is this going thus far? It's moving still, but we are still backed up with a few units of tailings dust. We've got a few units of tailings dust that needs to be voided still. Just a few. Have you still not? Yeah, that's just being limited because of this stupid stuff. Stupid stuff and things. Give me more of these. Oh boy, and lots more of these. Alright, alright. I need priorities, man. Priorities. Give me inserters. Alien Life will be very nice, but it will also come at a massive extension to the early game, which is good in a sense. The stuff that's been added to the early game is arguably necessary. Arguably necessary. I will think of it this way: the infrastructure built now is infrastructure you would need to have built anyway, going into the later parts of the game. You're now forced to make some stuff earlier. It's now very clear that you need chromium early. It's now very clear that I may even need nickel. I may even need to get nickel early because atomizers are available early, and these need nickel plates. Hey, it's an actual use for the early nickel processing recipes. For the actual ore to plates for nickel. Fortunately, I have a nickel right here to tap into. I had a nickel. Yeah, I have another one right there. That's nickel. Lots of nickel. Doink. Doink. Go, my minions. Place the things. Make more of these. These things. These things are awesome. And more of those. Now, even if I do build out a sufficient amount of burners, it's still going to take a little while. Just a little while for the tailings dust to fully get removed here. But it does seem like these ticks are happening faster, which is fine. Yeah, these ticks are still happening a bit faster now. What I could do, because this ash inn is nowhere near 7.5. It's just, you know, that. I could just do that, and then more will come out here. And those ticks will happen faster for more tar. More tar, but more importantly, more tailings to feed you! Hey, there it is. There it is. So what was it again? It was the bio factory that I needed. Yes, it was the bio factory. Also need nexelit for the creature chamber, which will be needed going forward as well. So yeah, nexelit completely necessary. Plastic completely necessary. So I guess chromium necessary as well, or at least you'll have the syngas, because to get the plastic you'll have syngas. Yeah, so it's very interesting because now you'll have to have the syngas. Yeah, now you'll have to have the syngas relatively early. Place this biofactory. It's glorious biofactory, which it looks like we're going to be using a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so aromatics and syngas. Just one building? Yeah, one is fine. One is just fine. Do I want to cheat, though? I mean, clearly. Clearly I'm going to cheat. Ta-da! So, power. I need more undergrounds. But hey, I have plastic. Plastic! Non-zero plastic! The earliest we've ever needed plastic in the Pi Suite. That is completely new. So early for this plastic, my goodness. Before even getting green science. Before even getting automated circuit ones, we now have plastic. Because it's now necessary. Yes, non-zero. Glorious, not the zero. Oops, that's a bit much. So yeah, tar. I can now get a lot more. Yeah, we need to find the orphaned underground It's somewhere. It's somewhere. I just haven't identified exactly where this orphaned underground is. I was thinking maybe somewhere in here. But I'm not. No, that's an even number. Very strange. Oh. I found it. I found it. Pure luck. Pure luck. Found by pure luck. Just to make that clear. So yeah, we're not exactly odd anymore. How far am I taking this? I have no idea. Yeah, so the next line is this line immediately after the iron. The iron ore. So, yeah. Plastic. Glorious, beautiful plastic. So, what do I need the plastic for again? Vrauk. Yeah, Vrauk paddocks. Yeah, that would be glorious. Make Vrauk paddock. Also need creature chamber, although that will require a bit more nexelit. Apparently 30 total nexelit, so we have to wait a little bit for this to properly cycle. How's the stuff here? Still insufficient. We're still insufficient. More burners, I guess. Need more stone as well. And titanium. Very interesting. More. I went and I built 2, and I should have only built 1. Oops. Also. Yeah, build those things. Those things are awesome. One of these days I'm gonna fix that last transport belt as well. One of these days. Not today, though. Not today. So, steel. And titanium. Glory to the titanium. And to the stone. Give me all the stone. So many burners. So many burners. Oh, yeah, I'm sure that plays a role, actually. That's a little bit higher than a number of 15. That's a little bit higher than the number 15. So... what's 24... divide by 3 times 2. 16, effectively, and each one does a little over 1 per second, so technically this is as many burners as I can have. Processing 1 yellow belt. So if they can't handle this, then we're in need of a lot more than a in need of more than a yellow belt. So, hey, look, it's another yellow belt. Hey, look, it's more. More is more, as it what? More is more. That, like so, reversed. Yeah, that's a reasonable thing. And then I can just copy this. I'll blueprint this one and I'll delete the other. Goodbye. Doink. Doink. More. More burners. Always more burners. Inventory's getting a little full. By the way, I have upgraded my tiny armor to Mark II, so I have 2 extra lines of inventory slots. It's a plus 20 slot bonus. And I am making full use of it. Absolutely wonderful, beautiful full use of it. Now, ideally, that will be good. And once the excess here is processed, we'll see that the ones on the end, probably these last 6 here, probably won't even be used at all. I mean, hopefully. I'll be able to get rid of some of this stuff. But, yeah. Anyway, oh boy, that's not a good sign. But this is a good sign. This is a good sign. This is now no longer 1,000. This is now in the 800s and declining. Let's see, that was 839, 826, 820, 815, 811. So yeah, this is now reducing. It is moving in a proper direction. Okay. Next, after all that, in the meantime, as that nexelit accrues, because note, I need 30 to build that next building, that creature chamber, which will be what is required to make our first Vrauk. We also need some other things. We need some biosamples in order to actually make Vrauk. So finally getting back into things, we need to actually make Vrauk now. So we've got syngas, we've got coal gas. I mean, technically I have more latex. So it's Vrauk's time. I hope. First Vrauk is going to be glassware, petri dish, a codex, and random DNA sample. Let's bring this up here. Vrauk Mark 1 for our initial Vrauk, because we also have this recipe that'll give us more Vrauk. From caged recipes. 2 DNA samples from Earth. This is going to require a very specific building. The the Vrauk's Codex we can handcraft, technically. It's the biosamples and the moss gen samples. Well, this is just moss, plus glassware. This is red science, steel, and more biosamples. So really our next thing here are these biosamples. Have the petri dish, have the things for the codex. It's just actually getting this building, the data array, which stuff, yeah, stuff. And if I had enough copper on me, that would be absolutely glorious. In fact, if I had these, there we go. There's the data array. The data array was actually previewed a very long time ago. Yeah, this little doohickey was previewed a while ago. So say hello to data array. I'm not carrying around the automation science. So this is a thing. This is what's going to give you your samples. It is not a thing that I think you need to have running at all times. It doesn't need to be operational at all times. Oh, where did all of my assembling machines go? Uh-oh. Something I was making ate my assembling machines. Somehow, something ate assembling machines. I now need assembling machines. How do I want to do this? Okay, well, everything sort of does meet up right in here, so you bio containers. Steel, glass, lead, titanium. Hey, look, it's steel. It's steel. La-di-di-di-da, one moment, please. Copper. Copper, I need you. Ha, creature microwave, yeah. Pretty much. Alright, copper. Come thither. It's useful having logistics strat slots, just FYI. Helps get rid of some of this crap. So, collectors. For mining the biosamples. I said this, talked about this in the little overview stream we had last week. But the way that these work is to actually produce samples, you need to give them those things that we're about to start making. Oh boy, lots of laggy stuff. So you need to feed in things. Actually, I'll be feeding in this way into these two, if I can even feed two. I don't think I'm going to feed two of these at once. So these take the fuel, which is the container, and these consume 1 megawatt per cycle, basically. 1 megawatt is the consumption. Each of those containers is equal to 1 megawatt. So it will consume a container to give you a biosample. That's the idea here. But with efficiency, you can actually make one container create up to 5 biosamples at negative 80% power. So yeah, that's a thing. You can make the you can make them go a lot longer way by having this. Now, I'm pretty sure my production is not even remotely going to be capable of keeping up. Not at this point, anyway. Which is why I need to transfer over to doing better iron. Better iron. And better steel. Now, can I even do better iron yet? No, I need niobium to do unslimed. But I can do molten from processed, so that would be what I would need. Yeah, and mining productivity research influence it because it is technically a mine. Realistically, it's up to 4 of these. 4 of these are not going to be fed. I'll be lucky if I can even feed 1 of these. And I didn't even space this correctly because it's going to be at least 2 in. Give it the faster inserter on that input. And that'll be my output. Shared lines. Doesn't really matter, actually, what gets shared and what doesn't. These two are already next to each other on the bus, so I guess it's glass and steel to start off. This is not going to be fun, though, for reference. So glass and steel. Oh, joy. I picked the precisely worst spot. Yeah, that's the way. There you go. Glass and steel. Ish. Slowly but surely on that steel. That quarter per second. So 0.25 at most biocontainers is what's actually going to be produced out of this. And then lead and titanium, and it needs to go here. I said this was going to be fun, right? Oh boy. Yeah, that complicates matters, so I am going to have to do this, like, from here. Yup. When they're next to each other like this, it's... There's more options available. Yeah, there's more options available. I think I'm going to take... this route. I have a little bit of aluminium saved up. If only I had the duralumin. If only. In fact, you know what? Screw it. You're going exclusively duralumin right now. Until I set up more of you. Alright, so there's our non-zero of the containers. That's a gap. How did... I don't even want to know. Off we go. Why? Why does that have to be, like, there? I didn't even need any of these. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run the electricity all the way down. No. Don't need to do it. Alright, let's see. Let's watch the collectors do their thing. Slowly but surely. Go, go, collectors! Stuff! Biosamples!